Welcome to my YouTube channel, House Plan to the Drawing. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to do this particular design in Archicad. As you can see, I'm going to be creating a new project. Alright, so this is the project I created. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to click on the wall tool. Once you click on it, I want you to come and select this particular icon and select this icon. Select the first icon. Okay, make sure the first icon is being selected. The next thing I want you to do is just come to the settings dialog here, click this. Okay, once it loads up, click on the geometry and positioning and come here and change it to be 225. Okay, change it to be 225 and click OK. Once you've done that, we've already set our wall dimension, which is just 225. So once you come to this white page, this white blank page, you can decide to just click drag, click drag, click drag, click drag. Okay, you can start to do this. If you are not able to do this, I want you to come and hold down this cursor here. Hold down your cursor here by selecting this icon. Okay, and I want you to select this second icon. Okay, your icon should be at the first one, I think. So this first one, that first icon only gives you a straight line. As you can see, it gives you a straight line. So but if you hold down this and select this second icon, you're going to be having something that looks like this. Okay, so since we've done that, the next thing I want you to come and work on is your dimension. That's a dimension for your drawing. Okay, now for you to delete all of this, I want you to just highlight all of this and just click del delete on your keyboard, and that's going to be gone away from there. So for us to draw the floor plan, we are going to click on the wall tool. When we click on the wall tool, I'm just going to hold on, I'm just going to click from here, okay, and drag it up. And as you can see, the distance is reducing as I reduce the wall and take the wall up, the distance increases. So I'm going to give a dimension. Okay, make sure I'm actually creating a straight line. As you can see, the dotted line is being shown by Archicad automatically. Okay, so we want to try and give a dimension of 15, that's 15,825. okay, I already have the drawing already sketched already down, so I'm just going to be redrawing it for you guys so that you guys can work with it. Okay, so you guys can follow me I'm actually drawing. So once you've put in the dimension, that's 15,825, just click enter twice. Okay, so click enter twice. I want you to come here, select this point here, drag it like this, give a distance of 6,750. Once you've done that, click enter twice. So you're gonna be having something like this. It's just like a, when you look at it in a 3D view, it just looks like a rectangle. Okay, it's just a rectangle shape. So that's what we're actually trying to do right now. So we're gonna go back to this, okay, and make it to be a complete square, sorry, a complete rectangle. And once you are doing this, just double click. Okay, once you've done that, click this edge, and now I want the wall to be as at this particular position. I want the side to be outside like this, but if I take it like this, it's actually going to go inside. So for me to actually correct that, just click this point. Okay, come here, select the outside face and change it to the inside face, and it's actually going to come outside like this. So I want to just double click this side. Now you don't need this wall anymore, so I'm going to hold on control my keyboard and just left click this side, and that's going to be out of the equation. So now we have a rectangle shape. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to try and split this rectangle shape into two. For me to do that, I'm just going to make sure you're selecting on the wall tool, click this inside face and select center. Okay, once you select center, you can now zoom in on this side. Okay, you're just going to hover your cursor here, and you're going to be seeing this particular line. That's to show that that's the middle line of this particular wall that you're seeing here. So you want to click it. Once you click it, just drag it down to meet this other side here. So the next thing I want us to do right now is I want to try and look for the distance from here to here very quickly. Select this thing that looks like a ruler shape. Okay, select it, come here, the points wherever you want to get that's the dimensions from. So just click this point and move it to this point. You're going to be having 3269. That is how to get a quick distance from one point to one point. If you want to also get a point that's from here to this side, you also do the same thing. So you can click this icon right here that looks like a ruler, or you can decide to press M on your keyboard. When you press M, it's going to set it up automatically for you. Okay, so when you click this point here, drag it to this side, and I'm going to be having this distance. Okay, now the next thing I want us to do is the distance from here. Initially we said it's going to be 6,750. Okay, so you will click M on your keyboard and pick a distance from here. So we're supposed to be having 6,750, but we're having 7,291. So the next thing I want us to do is we want to try and reduce this. Okay, so you click this wall, click this outside face and change it to be inside face. Okay, now click M again on your keyboard and let's try and get a distance. Now we're having 6,975. So click this wall again, click the outside face and change it to be inside face. Okay, now click M to get the distance. If the distance is actually accurate, now we have 6,750. Okay, now this is actually perfect. Okay, now the same thing is also from year to year. So I'm doing this so that we don't get the wrong dimensions for the drawing. Click this point and let's move it to this side. Now we're having 16,275, but it's supposed to be 15,825. Okay, so I'm going to click this point here, click this and change it to be outside face. Okay, now let's click M on the keyboard to get the right distance, and we're having 16,050. So click this, or rather click this and change it to be inside face. Once you do that, press M again and let's get the right dimension, and we're having a perfect dimension. Okay, so make sure you guys do this, because I know that there might be some other mistakes when you guys are trying to do your dimension. So make sure you do that so you guys can have a perfect work. Okay, since I've made the readjustment, okay, the next thing I want us to do is I want us to reposition this middle wall. Okay, again. All right, so I'm going to click this and delete it. The next thing I want us to do is go to the wall tool here, click on the wall tool and select this and pick the center. Once you pick the center, come here and make sure you are looking for the middle. You're looking for the middle line. So select this point, drag it down to meet this side and double click. Okay, now we have something perfect like this. Now since because we did the center line here, we need a normal line. So if you click this, okay, so you're going to be having something like, so that way you can get the right shape for the building. Okay, so now once you click on the wall, over your cursor here, allow it to load up and drag it down. Okay, don't click anything, just drag it down, give a distance of 36, then click enter and double click this side. Okay, once you've done that, I want you to put over the cursor here. Okay, allow it to load up and drag it like this, and let's give a distance of 1/8. Okay, click enter, then just you're gonna change this wall to the other side. So click this side and change to the inside face, and just drag this down to this point here. Okay, so we're gonna be having something like this. Over your cursor here, allow it to load up and let's give a distance of 1/5. Click enter and click this and change it to be the outside face, then double click this side, click the wall, click this black node. Okay, this black node, and this box is actually gonna pop up. You can decide to come here and move it to this side in case it's blocking your work. So I want you to select, make sure you're selecting this stretch. Okay, so anytime you click on a wall, you're going to be having two nodes. So you can decide to click this black node and make sure that this place, and make sure that this stretch is being selected, so you can stretch the wall to meet this other side. Okay, so press escape and you're going to be good like that. Okay, now hold down Control on your keyboard to cut out this wall. Hold down Control, cut out. Okay, you're going to be having a nice shape like this. The next thing I want us to do is actually to dimension from here to here. So I'm going to hold down Alt, select on one of the walls to actually use the wall tool again. Okay, so over your cursor here, allow it to load up and let's give a distance of 36. Click enter, and we are not going to be using the center. Remember, we're not going to be using the center, we're going to be using the outside face. Okay, so we're going to be using the inside face this time around. So double click this side. Okay, the next thing I want us to do right now is give a distance of 900 from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to hold down Alt, select on this wall, put the cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 900. Click enter. Okay, so we're gonna just drag it down like this. double click this side. So we're gonna be having something simple like that. And put your cursor your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 3-2. If also fixing the doors on the window, what we just have to do is just click on the door here. So once you click on the door, this is the door. This is going to show you the door width, and this is going to show you the door height. Okay. Now the next thing I want us to do is just fixing the door where they ought to be. Once you've selected the door, I want you to come and select this point here. Okay, select this point here, and let's move the cursor here and just click and let it open like this by clicking again. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing for the other side too. So we're gonna put it here, allow it to open like this. Now I want you to hold down Control on your keyboard and cut out this wall. We also need there to be a toilet for this, because this is the toilet, this is the toilet, this is the toilet too. Okay, so we want there to be doors for them too, but the door has to be in 750. That's 750 mm. So if you hold on, as you can see, if you select, let's try and fixing the door here. Okay, so I'm just gonna click this edge and let's try to open the door like this. So this door is actually, if you click on the door, you're gonna be seeing that it is 900. We want it to be 750. So I'm just gonna highlight all of this and change it to be 750, then click enter. Okay, so you have something perfect like that. So if you hold on Alt, you can select on this door, okay, and start fixing it in the rest of the toilet that we have on the floor plan. Okay, so we also need that's a bigger door to be in this side, but if we click on the door, we can actually get it with this particular shape. Okay, so we have to actually go into the door settings. I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, click on the door here, click on the settings dialog, and let's try and fix that. Okay, so we want a double door, so you're going to be seeing different kind of doors here. So let's click on the hinge door settings and let's click on this door, double door asymmetric, channel 7. Click on it, click on the preview and positioning, and let's give a distance. We want the door width to be 1.2, then click on OK. So once you've done that, just come here and place your door, okay, like that. Okay, then set to select on the door and try to change maybe the way it opens, maybe like this. Okay, to your choice. So we have the double door like this. You can decide even to make the door open the other way. Okay, so you can decide to click on Alt. Let me just open the door like this, so just show you guys what I'm trying to do. So you can click this one, click this, click on this node here, select on this drag, and let's move it to this other side here. You're gonna be having something like this. So now that we are done with fixing in the doors, what we want to do is just fixing the windows. Okay, so also fixing the windows, just come and click on this window 2 here. Once you click on the window 2, just come wherever you want the windows to be shown. Just come here on the windows. I want it to be window here, so I'm just gonna click, and for this other side, so we're gonna do the same thing. and click. So I made sure that these rooms are being cross ventilated. It's very important. Very important. Now I want to also open up this side here. Okay, so as you can see, there's a straight line, but I want to also open up the wall. One easier way for us to do it is for us to just click this, stretch it to this, make sure you click on that node and select on this stretch it to meet this side here. Okay, click on the wall again, click this node and stretch it to meet this side again, then press Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this part, cut out this part, cut out this part, cut out this part, then cut out this part. That way we can have the slides being open. Okay, or we can do it in another way. I'm just going to Ctrl Z to go back. So one other way for us to actually cut out this part is for us to click on the wall itself. Okay, now if you look at this blue tiny line, click on it. Okay, a box is actually going to appear. So I want you to make sure you're selecting this insert new node and make sure you click this point here. Okay, once you click that point, click on the blue line again and just come out straight and maybe pick on this side. Once you've done that, press escape on your keyboard, click on this middle wall and delete it. So that way you can actually delete, you can make sure you can make a gap here. Alright, so we are done with the drawings. Now the next thing I want us to go into right now is the dimensions. For us to dimension all of this, I'm going to go to the document section here, click on the dimension tool here. Alright, click this point here. Okay, click this point here. Right click on OK and drag it up, and I'm gonna be having a dimension like this. Okay, so you can decide to do the internal dimension also by clicking this point, then clicking this point, right click on OK, and you're gonna be dimensioning like this. You can do the other side, click this point, right click on OK, and you're gonna be dimensioning. Okay, so you can try to click this point, also dimension. That's all the side. There's also a way that you can do, and that's what they call automatic dimensioning in Archicad. Okay, so you don't have to do all of this one by one. I will suggest you guys check, if you guys want to know how to do that, I'll suggest you guys check the description of this video so you guys can see how to do that. Okay, so now we've made the dimension for all of this, as you can see, just in the blink of an eye. And if you look appropriately at our dimension, this dimension is not in millimeters. Okay, so we want to make sure the dimension is in millimeters. Way to go about that, come to options, come to project preferences and click on dimensions. When you click on dimensions, click, as you can see, it was in plain meter, is in plain meter. So you want to click on the plain millimeter, then click on OK, and that's actually going to change into millimeters. Okay, so if you guys don't want all these lines in your dimension, you can decide to just click on the dimension to press Ctrl A. It's going to select the dimensions on your floor plan. Okay, what I did was that I selected this dimension to press Ctrl A, okay, to highlight all of the dimensions on the floor plan, then click on the settings dialog. Okay, then click on this shorter one, this shorter witness line, as you can see. I'm just going to click on it and click on OK. So it's going to cut off all those longer lines that I was having earlier on. Okay, so that's one of the ways to go about that. So when you want to do another dimension, you can start to press Alt on your keyboard, select on this line, and let's decide to dimension maybe this toilet. Okay, I'm going to be having something like that. So I forgot to dimension. I forgot to give a toilet window, but I want there to be a toilet window, so I'm going to order Alt, select on this, what do you call it, on this window. I'll select on the window. I want it to come here and let's give a toilet window here. Okay, but it is in 900. I want to make it to be smaller and make it to be 600. Okay, so it's actually going to be smaller like this. Click on this node, and let's try and move the node to be at the center. Okay, so the window can be at the center too. So hold on Alt, select on this window, and let's fix another window here. Now if you want to see what you actually did in 3D, okay, you want to see what you actually did in 3D, we can just come to the 3D section, and you're gonna be having something like this. Okay, as you can see, you're gonna be having something like this. Though it looks a little bit uneven. As you can see, the doors and the windows, they look a little bit uneven, but it's something that we cannot rectify. Okay, we're gonna rectify it. So I just want to show you guys what it actually looks like. Okay, so now we are done with the ground floor. One other thing I want to actually show you guys is actually how to add text to your drawing. Okay, for you to add text, what you can also do is just under this document, come and select on the tool. Okay, this is the text tool, the one that looks like A. Select on it and just come and select, drag, select. Okay, so now I want it to be a bedroom here, so I'm just going to click on the bedroom. I'm just going to write bedroom rather. Once you write that, just click outside the box. Okay, once you click outside the box, you're going to be having the text like this. As you can see, the text is very, very big. You can decide to click on it and click on that middle node, drag it to be at the perfect position that you want it to be. Okay, so once you click on it, you can decide to do a lot of changes. If you don't want it to be bold, you can come here and select this, untick this bold. Okay, if you don't like the color, you can decide to come here, select on this and change it to be a black. You can decide to make it to be a red. You can decide to make it to be green. You can decide to use the black. Okay, I always use the black. So, and you can decide to change the size if the size is too big for the room. Okay, so you can decide to change the size in this place by changing, maybe let's give it 1.50 millimeters. Okay, so you can have something like this. If it's too small, select on the room again, select on the bedroom, and this should give it to be 2. Click enter. You're going to be having something like this. So if you want to replicate this to this other side here, what you can do is just click on the bedroom, right click on it, go to move. You're going to be seeing drag a copy. Select drag a copy, click it, and let's paste it here. So you're going to be having a bedroom, because there's a bedroom here, there's also a bedroom here. So you're going to be doing the same thing by right clicking, go to move, drag a copy. Let's drag a copy, click this, and let's move it to this side here. Okay, so those are some of the ways for you to guys do your text to in Archicad. I'm going to show you guys in the previous work I did. I'm going to show you guys something. If you go to the ground floor plan, this is my ground floor plan. As you can see, this is how I do my windows. As you can see, the windows out, they all have tags, and they are being placed at the center, because this is the main window. Okay, it's placed at the center. But if you look at the other one was placed just at this edge here. Okay, if you guys want to know how to correct all of this, I'll suggest you guys check the description of this video so you guys can learn how to do that. Okay, so if I click on, I'm just going to quickly open some things for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we have a complete drawing like this, as you can see. So this is what I wanted to just try and design for those that are trying to sketch out all of, you know what I mean. So just work with this and let's see what I'm actually going to get. So I'm going to try and perfect the windows for you. If you guys want to know how to add the window coping and all that, so let's you guys check the description of this video so you guys can have a perfect understanding of that. Okay, so we are going to move into the 3D section of the floor plan. Okay, so you can have the floor plan looking like this, you can have the 3D looking like this. Okay, so for us to go about that, I'm just going to go, but let's go back to the drawing. So I'm going to go back to 3D. So yes, as you can see, we have this. We don't have it doesn't look presentable in any way. Okay, as you can see, what I was telling you about the window, that the window is being shifted inside. So we are actually going to rectify that. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is, okay, the first problem that we have is that the windows are not level to where the door is. So we want to try and rectify that by going to design here. When you go to design here, you want to click on the window tool, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, click this node here. You're going to be seeing this node. Click that node and make sure you are selecting this elevate. Click on the elevate, drag it down. Okay, once you drag it down, just come and select this point. That's where the door is, where the door height is. Just click it. Once you do that, all of the windows are actually going to form to be at the level of where the door is. Okay, so that's one of the faster way for you guys to do that. Also, if you look at the windows, you want to work with a sliding window rather than this kind of window that is blocked. Okay, so what we want to do is just press on the window tool again, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, click on the settings dialog. Now we all have different kind of windows here, so once we're clicking on the sliding windows, click on the sliding windows, click on this to search sliding window. Okay, once you've done that, click on OK. Once you've done that, you're gonna be having it being big like this, so we want to try and reduce the width to be 900. Okay, click on enter and you're gonna be having, sorry, I made a mistake, I want it to be 900. So we're gonna be having something like this for all of the drone. As you can see, it is now a sliding window. Okay, all right, so we have toilet windows which are actually supposed to be smaller in size. Okay, if you go to the ground floor plan, you're going to notice that this is actually a toilet window. So I'm going to be coming back to this where this toilet is being shown in 3D. I'm going to actually go back there. But before I do that, I'm going to click on this window and change it to be 600. Click enter. Okay, as you can see, it's smaller now, so I'll be able to identify it sooner. So go back to your 3D view and let's look for where it is. As you can see, this is it. Okay, so we want to make this to be smaller. So what we have to do is just click on the window, click on this node, and let's select this stretch vertically. Click on it and let's give it distance of 600. Click enter. So we're going to be having a perfect toilet window shape, as you can see. Okay, you can even decide to make it to be maybe 700 instead of 600, so it can just look more presentable. Let's go back to the ground floor plan. Now we've already made the shape we want for this toilet. So what we want to do right now is hold down Alt, select on this window, this toilet window, click on it, and where the other toilet has been located is a toilet here. So I'm going to hold down Ctrl Alt. Remember, what I did was that I held down Alt on my keyboard, select this window toilet. Okay, now I'm going to press Ctrl Alt to select the rest of the toilet window. So once I'm done, I'm going to go back to the 3D view to check what I did. So I should also have this same shape for the other toilet. As you can see, this is one, and I think I should have another one here. You can also do the same thing in the 3D view. Okay, it's not a big deal. By holding down Alt and selecting this window toilet, now go to maybe any of the windows, press Ctrl Alt and select. So that's why I'm going to change it into a window toilet. Okay, so that was what I was doing earlier on. So press Ctrl Z to allow this window to be the normal window. And now we are actually moving forward. So the next thing I want us to do right now is actually do the foundation for this particular building. Okay, for us to go about that, I want you to come to the ground floor plan. I want you to come and click on this slab tool. Okay, click on the slab tool. Once you click on the slab tool, click on the settings dialog here. It's very, very important you do that. Now click on this first icon, and this slab thickness, just leave it as 300. We're gonna come back and change it. So once you click on this icon here, click on OK. Once you click on OK, click this point here and drag it to this point here and just click. So you're going to be clicking one point here and clicking this other edge here. Once you've done it, you're going to notice that the shape you form, the edge of it is actually this line you're seeing. So if you click this side, you're going to be clicking on that slab that you created. Okay, very, very important to know that. Now if you go back to your 3D view, you should be seeing what we did. As you can see, this is the slab we created. So we want to make it form with the rest of the shape. So you go to the ground floor back and click on this slab. So the next thing I want you to do is click on this node. Once you click on the node, come and select this add to polygon. Once you click on the add to polygon, click this point and let's fill up the rest of the shape like this. Okay, as you can see, we have the rest of the shape being filled up. If you go back to your 3D view, you're gonna be having the rest of the shape being filled up. Okay, now if you look at it all around, you're gonna be having a nice shape like this. Okay, I want us to do the parapet wall. Okay, so we can have the flat roof. This is what I'm talking about. This, I want us to create this so I can place in the flat roof on top of it. Okay, for me to go about that, the first thing I want us to do is I want us to come to options here. Okay, come to complex profiles, click on the profile manager. Now I want you to select on this plus icon that's looking like new. Click on it and you're gonna be having, I know yours might be looking different, but you can decide to just click on the new. Okay, it's gonna be giving this new profile. Just highlight it and let's give it a. So once you do that, click on OK. Now the next thing I want us to do is click on this beam icon and I'll take this wall. Once you have done that, highlight all of this, we don't need it, and delete it. Now I want to create a new one. Okay, so the next thing I want us to do is go to this document tool, click on this line tool. Okay, let's change the color of the line to be black. Okay, and let's change it to be chained. This icon instead of this one, change to be this one. So you see where this X is being located, where is X, where you are seeing this X. Okay, this X right here. I want you to click on the X, drag it up, and let's give it a distance of 750. Click enter, take it back like this. Okay, or rather take it forward and let's give it a distance of 225. Click enter, drag it down, and make sure that you are seeing that shape, that this dotted line being formed, so you can have the exact level of this one, of this point. So just click this point and let's double click this side here. Okay, so once you've done that, the next thing I want you to do is from this edge here, I want you to form a shape here. Just click, take the line outside and let's give it distance of maybe say 30. Click enter, drag it down and let's give it distance of maybe let's say 75. Click enter and let's take it back by double clicking. Okay, so once you've done that, you might even decide that I want to actually make it to be longer than this. So if you click on the line, I want to try and make changes. We can't because of all of this line is being selected. Okay, so for us to actually make the changes I want to actually make, we're going to click on this suspend groups. We'll click on the suspend groups, click on the line, and you can select. Now you can select, because of this suspend group that's been selected, you can select only one of them at the same time. So you can start to click this, click on this node here, drag it maybe to, because we need to be 75, let's move it to be 100. Click enter. We want this shape to be at the other side. Okay, we want this shape to be at the other side. So what we're going to do is just highlight all of this. Okay, now I want to mirror it to this side here. So what we want to do is just right click. Okay, right click. If you go to move, you're gonna be seeing mirror a copy. So click on mirror a copy and look for the middle point of this. Okay, and just click, then drag it down, then click. So you're gonna be having that to this other side. So what I want us to do is just click on the line to pick a point here. That's the middle point, and click it like this. Okay, so I want us to mirror these two shapes here. I want to mirror it to this other side. So I'm going to highlight all of this, hold down shift, highlight all of this, right click, make sure you're still holding down shift. Okay, before you right click, make sure you're holding down shift. So right click, go to move, and let's mirror a copy, and let's pick the middle point of this. Okay, just click this point and move it to be as at this side, then click. So you're gonna be having something like this. Click on this line, the middle line, and delete it. Now we form the shape that I want it to be. Okay, that's very, very important. We do that. So the next thing I want us to do right now is go to this fill tool, click on the fill tool, hold down space bar on your keyboard, highlight inside here. Okay, highlight inside here, highlight inside here, highlight inside here, then highlight inside here. Okay, so we have everything being highlighted. Okay, so what I want us to do is click on this thing that is being highlighted and click on the modifiers, click on the width stretch, eye stretch. Okay, click the modifiers back, click on the component selected, click on the core, make it to be finished, click on override surfaces, click this, and we're going to be looking for like something that looks like, I'm going to go with the gray, so click on the gray, that's the paint gray. And once you've done that, click on these boxes here, hold down shift, click this, hold down shift, click this, click on the core, click on the finish, click on the override surfaces, click this, and let's look for titanium white. So I'm just going to, so this is paint titanium, click on it and click on save. Once you click save, I want you to exit this. Now we've already made a parapet wall for this. For us to fix the parapet wall now, let's go to the ground floor. Once you go to the ground floor, I want you to come to the design here, click on the design, click on this beam tool. Once you click on the beam tool, click on the settings dialog, click on the segment. Okay, click on this third icon. Okay, as you can see, click on the custom and select a parapet wall that we created. This is it, so click on it, click on OK. Once you've done that, I want you to sketch out the outer shape of the floor plan. Okay, so this is how you're going to do now. You're just going to click this point here, just stretch it out. As you can see, click this point again, come here, click this point, 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 and come here, click this point, then click this point and click continue. Once you've done that, I want you to go back to your 3D view and look at what you're doing, and you're going to be having it being up like this. I want this to be a parapet wall that's going to go in the middle, it's going to go in the center, because we want to take this up. Okay, so what I want us to do is go back to the ground floor, but you won't be seeing the parapet wall here. So if you go to the first story, you'll be seeing the parapet wall. Okay, this is it. So I want us to click on this wall, click on this node here, all right, and stretch it to this point here. And once you do that, you can stretch it back to this point here, so it makes a right, it's going to make an intersection. Okay, once you've done that, go back to your 3D view. You should be having it like this here, and this is perfect. Okay, now I want us to increase the height of this parapet wall. Okay, so for us to go about that, I want you to click on the parapet wall itself, untick this suspend group so you can select everything at the same time. Okay, then click on the suspend groups again, click on this point, and you're going to be seeing something like, that's when you click on the node, you're going to be seeing something like all over these boxes. So this is, I want to increase the height by, so you're going to select on this one. So as you can see, stretch cross section nominal height. So you click on it and let's drag it to be as at maybe this level. Okay, press escape. But if you notice, everything else doesn't form with it. So what we want to do is just hold down Alt, select on this particular one that we created, press Ctrl Alt, select this, select this, select this, select this. So everything's going to be following, everything's actually going to be at the same height. So just select it, make sure you're holding down Ctrl Alt. It's very, very important to do that. Okay, so everything actually increases. As you can see, everything increases. The next thing I want us to do right now is I want us to place the flat roof design. Okay, for us to place the flat roof design, we're going to go back to the first story. As you can see, what I want us to do is just come and look for where under this design you're going to look for this roof tool, click on it. Once you click on it, click on the settings dialog, select this icon here. Once you select the icon, just click on OK. Once you click on OK, I want you to come to this point here. Okay, just this point, click on this point, drag it to this point here, click it and pick. As you can see, it changes into an eye. So I want you to pick this point here. Once you pick the point, now I want you to come back and retrace this shape from this point here to this point. Sorry, if you make a mistake like this, just press backspace on your keyboard, so it's going to go back to the previous line that you did. So pick this point, then pick this point too. Once you've done that, go back to your 3D view. You have something like this. Okay, so we want to redesign this. For us to make this perfect, I'm going to go to the south elevation, so we can look at the building from the front. Okay, if you want to know what the first south elevation is, so let's go to your first story, go to your ground floor. You're gonna be seeing the south elevation, which is actually, the house is facing the front, and we have the west, east, and the north. Okay, so we want the south elevation, so we're going to go back, click on the south elevation and pick this point here, okay, drag it down. Now pick this point. Okay, so you pick the upper point, you're going to be seeing a new shape, so you can decide to click on this change roof pitch and just I'm going to be seeing something like this. So I want you to, let's make it to be like this. Okay, now click this and let's drag it down. Make sure it's in a straight line. Not to form a straight line, just hold down shift so it doesn't look weird. So we have something like this. Okay, now we made something like this. Let's go back to your 3D view. So you're gonna be having a shape like this, but it's not perfect. Okay, we want to work with something better than this. So let's go to the south elevation again. Let's try to make it a little bit better. Let's go back to the 3D view. So we're having something like this now. So if you go to the ground floor plan, I want to try and change. As you can see, we have something like this. If you click this, you're going to be clicking on the roof. So the next thing I want you to do is click this edge. Okay, pick this point, this offsets all edges, click it and move out your cursor like this to expand the rest of the roof. So I want you to give a distance of 300, click enter. If you go back to your 3D view, you're going to see what you're doing, and this is it. As you can see, all of the roof has expanded, as you can see. So this also is also going to expand to this side, but we don't want it to expand to this side. We want it to just be at this edge here. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to the first story back, click on this roof, click this edge here. Once you click on the edge, make sure you're selecting on this offset edge and not this one. Okay, this one is to offset all edges, and this one is to just offset a particular edge that has been selected. So once you do that, just click this point here. So it's actually going to go back to being normal now. So if you go back to your 3D view, you should be having it perfectly, okay, like this. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to try and fix in the other roof. For us to do that, we're going to go back to the first story. So I'm going to hold on Alt, select on this roof, click it. Once I click it, I'm going to pick a point here and drag it to meet the other edge there. Okay, just click, and this eye is actually going to pop up. I want to select this edge, this side here. Okay, now go back and pick the line again, pick this point and form the shape that we have. Once you have done that, if you go back to your 3D view, you're going to be having it on the same level, as you can see, but we want this to be at this height here. So if you go back to your south elevation, you can actually select this one, click this point, hold down shift on your keyboard, and let's pick this edge here. So we're going to be having something like this. If you go back to your 3D view, you should be having something like this now. Okay, once you offset the edges for this one, so what we want to do is go back to the first story, click on this roof, click on this edge here, click on the offset all edges, and let's give a distance of 300, click enter. Okay, let's go back to your 3D view, and we're going to be having something like this that's been offset, as you can see. So it looks something similar with what we have here. We can make this to be down, we can bring this to be down. So if you go back to your south elevation, we can reduce this. So you can decide to even select on the parapet wall, untick this, click it again, click this node, and let's try to increase the height, maybe to be as at this. Let me increase it to be as at this height. Okay, let me see like this. So let's go back to your 3D view. Let's see if it's actually making sense. Okay, let's try and just make everything conform with it. Okay, but other than Alt, select on this parapet wall, press Ctrl Alt to make everything form with it. Okay. So if you go to the south elevation, you can decide to still readjust it to your own preference. Okay. So now the next thing I want us to do right now is we want to cut out the top side. Okay, we want to cut out the top side that we don't need. Also do that, we're going to come to design. I'm going to select on the solid element operations. Once we do that, I want us to untick these suspend groups. Click on the parapet wall, and we're going to add it as target. Okay, now press escape on your keyboard, click on the roof, hold down shift, click on the other roof to select two roofs at the same time. Now add as operator. Now pick this point, click this, and let's select subtraction with upward extrusion, because that's what we want. We want the upper side of the parapet wall to be cut off. So click on it and click execute. Now that's just going to remove. Okay, that's going to remove the top side of the building. Okay, as you can see, click on this roof, hold down shift, click on this one, click on the settings dialog. Okay, and let's change the roof thickness to be 200. Once you do that, click on OK, and we're going to be having a smaller design like this. Now I want us to cancel this. Okay, since we don't need that anymore. Now we want to try and model the rest of the drone. As you can see, what we need my model is I want to try and give it our colors. We'll try and color it and give it the perfect shape that's actually needed of it. Okay, so for us to go about that now, I'm just going to click on this two roof, click on the roof, hold down shift, click this, click on the settings dialog, click on this model. Okay, the edge of the roof on this side, click this, and let's give it the gray, the paint that is gray. And click this. So we're going to be having, you can start to select the kind of roof pitch you want to use, maybe this one. So you can start to click on OK, and that's actually going to model itself for us. As you can see, even the downside, you can decide to give it, click this, hold down shift, click this roof, click on the settings dialog, and let's model the roof. Okay, if you click on the downside, let's give it a titanium white. Click this, click on OK, and let's go down and see that we have that shape right there. Now we want to try and also design a model for the walls. So for the walls, what we can do is just click on the wall tool, press Ctrl A on your keyboard. Once you do that, I want you to come to this generic, click on it, and let's give it S space frame. Okay, S space, not this S space frame. Click on it, and that should change the rest of the building to be the white design. Okay, for the foundation also, we can do something for the foundation. I want to add the foundation thickness to be 450. I think this is 300. Okay, so if you click on it, you can scroll your mouse wheel and change it to be 450. Click enter, and this is actually going to be bigger now, as you can see. So let's try and add this step. Okay, I want to try and add stairs so they can walk in. Hold on Alt, select on this slab. Okay, pick this point and just drag it like this and click. Once you click this, click on this node here and click on this stretch height. Once you click on the stretch height, we're gonna give a distance of 300. Okay, as you can see, this is way too wide. Okay, so once you try and simmer it down, click on this blue line, select on this offset edge and just reduce it, maybe something like this. Okay, if you click M on your keyboard, you should be able to get a dimension. If it's 300, it's not to 300, so you can just try to add add up. So you click M and it's 303, so we are good. So the next thing I want us to do right now is click on this slab. Okay, we want to try and duplicate it. So right click, go to move, click drag a copy, take this node here and move it to this node here. Once you do that, click on this node that there is the upper node, click on it and let's reduce it by 150. Click enter. I'm gonna be having the stairs like that. One other thing we can do right now is we want to try and model the slabs. Okay, so what we can do right now is just click on the slab, press Ctrl A to select all of the slab we have on the 3D scene. Click on the settings dialog, click this edge here, click this, and let's look for titanium white. Click this, click on OK, and we're gonna be having something beautiful like this. Okay, what we want to do is actually form this design right now. Okay, this design, we want to form it. Okay, so for us to actually do that, I'm gonna go back to this and I want to just come here. I want to have the perfect shape for this. Okay, so hold on Alt, select on this slab. Once you select on the slab, click this point here, drag it to this point and click. Once you do that, you're gonna be having, as you can see, it's bulky. But we don't want it to be this big. So click this node down here and stretch it. But firstly, we have to know the height, the dimension of this. So click this. We have the height to be 450, but we want the dimension here to be 150. So once you click this, you can decide to change the height like this. Okay, that has to be 100. Or you can come here. Also, once you click on the slab, you can come here and change it to be 100 here. Click enter. I'm gonna be having something simple like this. So you want to bring this out by 100 again. Click this. Click on this blue line and make sure you're selecting offset edge and stretch it out by 100. Click enter. Okay. Now zoom in very well here. Click the blue line again, click this insert new node and pick this point here. Once you pick that point, click the blue line again, select this offset edge. Okay, so you can be able to offset the edge like this. Click this and let's move it to this. We're gonna come to this edge and just select. Once you select, you're gonna be having a design like this, as you can see. Alright, so we're actually forming something that actually looks like what we have in the other 3D. Okay, now we want to try and bring a wall here. We're going to use a wall to bring this out. Okay, so I'm going to hold on Alt, select on this wall, click this point here and stretch it out by 100. Click enter twice. And once you do that, you're going to be having it aligned with this, but we want to make sure that this, as you can see, this is we want to make the thickness so we want to be 100 rather. So I'm going to click on 100, click enter, and I'm going to be having the design like that. Okay, so that is how I was able to form the 3D shape. As you can see, there's nothing hard about the design at all. It's so simple to design. Okay, so about the grass that you guys were seeing in this side here, okay, I just took the slab here, so I'm just watch what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna pick a slab here, hold on Alt, select this slab, or rather I'm going to hold on this Alt, select this slab rather, click this point and just click this side. Okay, so I do that, I want this to be at the top, so I'm going to click this and click this one. So as you can see, it goes to the top. So click this, and I'm going to try and reduce this to be maybe like let me say 50. Okay. Now, I'm done with it, I'm going to click on the slab, click on the settings dialog, click this top surface, click this, and let's look for a green, grass green. Okay, I think this is it. This is grass green. Click on it and click on OK. Now I'm gonna be having that green texture like that. Okay, let's just zoom in properly here. Let's look for opening tool. That's under this design. We're gonna be looking for opening tool. This is it. Click the opening tool. So just click. You're gonna be having the shape there. So for us to edit this shape, we have to go to the ground floor plan. Okay. But if you can't see it in the ground floor plan, go to the first story. So as you can see, we have it in the first story. So for us to actually edit it properly, you click on the opening tool, click it again, and drag it to be maybe as at this particular edge you want it to be. Okay. Now we want to make a copy of it. For us to have this shape in the rest of all of this, we're going to click on this opening tool. Press Ctrl U on your keyboard. Click this spread, and let's give a distance of maybe say 900. Click on OK. Pick this node here, and let's just have stretched outside like this. Okay. Now press down Shift on your keyboard. Click this other one, like this other opening tool. Click this node and click on this drag so that you can drag it to make them be at the center. So just click, and you're going to be having something like this. If you go back to your 3D view, you should be having that shape like this. So this is one of the ways you can go about that. For the windows and the door, they are not perfectly modeled with the way we want them to be. Okay, so if you look at it properly, we have a wood model on the shape of the windows, okay, and the doors. So for us to change that, what we can just do is under design here, we're going to look for the door tool. Press Ctrl A on your keyboard. Click on the settings dialog. Click on the hinge door settings. Click this, and let's look for model. You're going to be seeing wood. Okay, so I want you to select on the uniform door surfaces. Click this, and let's change it to be, I'm just going to go with maybe say a metal iron. Okay, click this model attribute, and click this one again, and change it to be a metal iron, and click on OK. So automatically the shape isn't going to be the wood. Okay, now for the door, for the windows, click on the window, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, click on the settings dialog, click on sliding window settings, click this, and let's click on the model attribute. Click this, tick this box, click this, and let's click on the aluminium. We're gonna go to aluminium. So I want to search for aluminium here. So we have this. Okay, click this, and click this again. Then they come here and come and click this. Then we have nothing here. So we're gonna click on OK, and all of the windows will change to be an aluminium look, as you can see. Okay, remember that we also need to have a step here for this is the kitchen door. Okay, so now let's try and fix in the window coping. For the window coping, what I wanted to do is just click on click on the window to press Ctrl A on your keyboard, click on the settings dialog, and click this. Now we're going to be looking for something like casing inside. Click on the casing inside, and I want you to tick it. Once you tick inside casing, click this and change this. Click on the model here. We have to model the casing here. Click this and change it to be titanium white. Okay, click it and click on OK. Then we're going to be having that window coping coming outside like that. So that's how you're fixing the window coping. And also for the door, we want it to be a door design, okay, because we don't like this door design. So if you click on the door, click on the settings dialog, you can decide to come here, okay, and select door settings and open. Select this door settings and open. Click on this no grid, and you can decide to, look for the perfect shape that you want. Okay, let me say, let's just say I selected something like this. Okay, and you can start to fixing an handle. Let me say this kind of handle, then click on OK. So you're going to be having that design for one part of the door, and you can start to give a design, or you can start to leave it like this. Okay, so we have a particular design for this house. Okay, you can do the same thing for this other door. Select the door, click on the settings dialog, and click on the model attributes. We're going to be looking for those settings and open. Click this and let's look for maybe style 8. Click this and let's select style 8, then click on OK. So you're going to be having that design in from there. You can decide to come and remember, you can decide to come and fix in this. Okay, so let's hold down Alt, select this slab and come and form the shape here. Okay, you can come here and hold down Alt, select this one too, and come and form the shape here by selecting this point here and just clicking. So click this and take it up. So you're gonna be having that's a step for the kitchen side. So as you can see, we're almost done. Okay, you can start to model the slab. Okay, click on the slab, or you can start to just click on the slab and press Ctrl A on your keyboard. Click on the settings dialog, click on the top surface. You can decide to give it any kind of design, any kind of design that you want. Okay, so we'll just go to click on OK, and we're going to be having something like that. Okay, the top side of this, you can decide to click on it, click on the settings dialog, and the downside, let's give it titanium white. Click on OK, and you are good, as you can see. So we just designed a 3-bedroom design in Archicad. Okay, now another last thing I want to teach you guys is come to the first story, that's underground floor. For you guys to actually export your drawing in Archicad, what you can do to do a quick export, that after you've dimensioned all of your designs, okay, and you've given the bedrooms and everything, what you can do is click on the marquee tool, click this point here, drag it, okay, and click this point here. So it forms, as you can see, it doesn't form perfectly, so I'm just going to redo it so you don't make any silly mistakes, because it's actually going to cut out the drawing. So I'm going to click on the marquee tool again and pick it from this edge here and click. Once you click, okay, so I want to export this drawing now. That's this particular one I just selected. Press Ctrl P. Okay, once this stuff pop up, click on the fit to page, click on the black and white to select maybe you want black and white or not. Click the page setup. Then in the page setup, you can decide to use whatever size you want to use, maybe A3 or A4 or maybe A3. Depends on your choice and preference. Make sure it's portrait, since it looks like a portrait, but if you decide to make it to be a landscape, it's still your choice. Okay, so click on OK. You can start to also use this Adobe PDF, Microsoft Paint PDF, and all this. Okay, so click on OK, click print. Once you click print, it's going to ask you where to save print output as. Then you can start to say maybe you want it to be saved on the desktop, and you can start to make this to be a you can give it a name, 3-bedroom Okay, and so to click save. Once you click save, it's gonna load up like this, and once you don't see anything, press escape. Now let's go back to the desktop. Click on the desktop. You should be having that 3-bedroom design. This is it. Double click on it, and you're gonna be having it like this. Okay, you're gonna be having it like so. This is how to print out your document in Archicad. Okay, so without any stress or any problem. All right, so this is one of the ways to go about that. Very easy and very fast. If you guys want any other details on how to thicken your walls, okay, I'll suggest you guys check the description of this video. I really did a lot of explanation on that. Okay, thank you. Now let's go back to the drawing that we have at, and that's a 3D view. So one other thing that needs to be done now is I painted this side and this side. Okay, if you look at the previous drawing I did, this place was painted, so it was painted, but I used a particular tool, that is CI tools, to do this design that you guys are looking at. Okay, so if you guys also want to know how to paint this side, what you just have to do is click on this wall. When you click on this wall, you click on the settings dialog here, and you click this outside face surface, click on it, click on this stucco yellow rough to pick any of your desired paint you guys want to use. Okay, I'm just going to go with this stucco red rough. I'm going to click on it and click on OK. Then this is going to be painted like that. Okay, for this other wall, click on this wall, click on the settings dialog, and do the same thing. Click this, then click this stucco red rough, then click on OK. Alright, if you look properly at what we are doing, if you can see that this side is not painted and this side is not painted, doesn't follow with the painting. Okay, so what we want to do is just click. What we just want to do is click on this wall, click on the settings dialog, click this end surfaces, override using adjoining walls, click on it, then click on OK, and this side is going to be painted. Okay, click this other wall, click on the settings dialog, click this and click on OK, and this side is also going to be painted. So you're going to be having a perfect look like this. Okay, I think this upper side is supposed to be changed to white, so I'm going to click on it, click on the settings dialog, and click this and change it to be titanium white. Click OK, and there you go. We're gonna be having something as perfect as this. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If this video has been of help to you, kindly like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video. Thank you.